Take me where the dreams fly higher.
We are connected. We were that close to greatness. It wouldn't be a Rengage stream without some kind of microphone problem right away. Oh well. Welcome friends, gamers, viewers, associates, passers-by, whatever you may be, to our first stream in a week. Yeah, I wasn't able to join you last Thursday or Saturday. Well, Saturday was an off night anyhow, I guess, but again, this close to another stream. But we weren't able to do Epic Thursday, and that's too bad. I'll have to make it up for you on this Thursday. Do a proper Epic Games Thursday. I think what we'll do is, because it looked like there's only one game coming out this week. Like Clone Drone in the Danger Zone, which I kind of like the alliteration of that. So we'll probably try that, and then we'll go back to the previous week and do Hyper Echelon and Haven Dock and just try all three of those out. It'll be like an hour blitz, so 20 minutes tops per game. And I think that'll be pretty great. Did we miss anything? We might have. I gotta tell you, speaking of Epic... speaking of Epic Games, I saw there's a whole bunch of layoffs that they had. And we don't like layoffs anyway, right? And this is real for people's lives, and it's terrible. And I guess people have already talked it to death, but I didn't get a chance to contribute to that, I guess. Most people said, "Yeah, how do you run Epic Games? You're the guys who have Unreal Engine, which most things use apparently, and you also have Fortnite. So you're like billions upon billions in profit, and somehow you are having to lay people off. Something doesn't smell right there. I don't know." Yeah. It's like, I feel like the devs are not the problem there. And if positions have to be cut, it seems like some decision makers should be on that list, and maybe they are. I don't know. I don't run a game. I don't run a studio or a publisher, as it were. So yeah, that's too bad. So it makes you feel almost a little icky playing the Epic free games offerings. And maybe it's why they dropped down to 1 this week. So, unless something else pops up, we'll find out on Thursday, I suppose. So, ugh. I don't know if we talked about this one already, but since I'm the only person here that cares about Warzone, one of these days I'm just going to play it. Maybe this Saturday night or something. We'll play it on stream, because I got to tell you, it's super fun. But... So the new Avalon map with the Blackout game mode, that's or Black Ops. It's either Black Ops or Blackout. I think there's a difference, but anyway. So that's going fine, but they finally brought in all the other stuff, so casuals are back on the menu. And so is the Verdansk stuff, because I got tired of playing Resurgence. Like, it's fun, but yeah. Yeah, well... And so... A quick thing on that. So, I've had some epic games. It was like I was telling people I know about it, and they don't care either. It's just fine. But I was like, I clutched this win by doing all this cool stuff, and it's a shame that I was not doing it on stream. And I gotta probably do that more often. Like, if I'm gonna play Call of Duty, maybe I'll just fire up the stream and just be like, hey, here's an unofficial bonus rain gauge, right? And you can pop in if you want to, or not. You know, you can always catch it later or not. But it would have been pretty awesome to get that on stream and share that with everybody, because that would have really cranked it up. I was riding that high. I still am for how that worked, because it's one of those things you can't plan, and maybe streaming will ruin it. Yeah, you ever have somebody watch you play the game, like, look how awesome I am at this game, and you all of a sudden just don't know how the controller works, or you just miss all your shots. I think that's usually what happens on stream. Like, you guys see how terrible I actually am. And then when nobody's looking, it's like, all right, I clutched a win. That's pretty cool. Is usually, I think in all of our past streams, I don't think I get the final elimination. I think I'm usually like running around doing whatever, and the team just happens to win. So maybe we'll do that. Yeah, I'll save Warzone for nights when it's not official rain gauge. Anyway, I promised you guys a stream, didn't I? Specifically, I guess we're streaming, but I promised you Voyager. And who doesn't want Voyager? All right, let's see here. I see no reason why not to just pop into the game. We'll pause the music. We'll hear Voyager. All right. Look at that. We're already set up. Seamless. All right. So we're going to go here. Continue the game. I'm pretty sure I did a manual save, right? Okay. Yeah. So 103. It's the same thing. I wonder if this updates in real time. Or not real time, but like on loading screen. It'd be cool if you see Voyager move around. All right, so I guess we got our food. I haven't played this since last stream, so maybe my title is a little bit off. So we need to investigate the Kazon's distress signal, which I think is what we're here for. We are running a touch low on deuterium, and I seem to remember that the only way to handle that was with this Vidian interceptor. And then, of course, we can go here. But there's no other deuterium anywhere. I wonder if we're a match for this guy. I wonder if we should try it. Oh, here we go. Cool. That doesn't tell me what I was hoping for. Because we have a couple cycles of deuterium. And like we got like 10, right? And we have two fully charged batteries, so maybe we just leave it alone. Let's see what the Kazon are up to. Oh, we're sending an away team. Why? Sometimes I question the use of away teams, but that's okay. That is okay. All right, so we got a lot of engineering stuff we're gonna need here. Harry can do that, so can Torres. Torres can do it really well. For some reason, Neelix can too. I guess that's because he ran his own ship for a while. And now we're gonna need some medical, which is gonna be Paris probably. We could take Kess. She doesn't really, she adds that Federation one again for some reason. And then we need like a command. Technically, Paris can actually solve all three of these. So at least give us a fighting chance, right? There. Shows signs of a massive explosion. No signs of the crew. All right, no. It's like, what are your orders? Well, your orders are to figure out why that is. Alright, so we can split up and search for clues. We can call out for them. I don't know how you call out for them. Survivors! Say nothing if you are dead. Then we can scan for... Oh, we have tricorders. Let's scan for signs of life. I feel like that's going to get us nowhere, but we get some tritanium for that. And some sciencey points. So, I don't... Yeah. Kess, the newest member of the crew, is like, I got this thing. We have a single faint life sign. We beam the comatose survivor directly to sickbay. The rest of the crew have been fused with the wreckage. Well, that's bad. Like you teleport into a wall. Alright, so we can scan the ship's atmosphere, or we can examine one of the dead Kazon. Both of those seem like good ideas. Kess is fatigued, but Paris can do that, or we can scan. I kind of want to examine a dead Kazon. I mean, if we got him right here. So, no signs of conventional weapons or combat, so something just went terribly wrong. Which, considering the Kazon, I don't know. It could be anything, I guess. Oh, here we go. So we can perform a system analysis, right? Or this one gives us some deuterium rewards, so that's extremely tempting. Examine the energy conduits. So something can go really wrong here. Oh, we can add Paris to it. Paris is a bit tuckered out, but... Oh, they're both going to be tuckered out for the next challenge here. So it'll be all Kess. Let's combine them. I forget what happens if they're fatigued. I don't know if they just... their stats start degrading and getting worse or something. The conduit. A massive pre-explosion energy surge originated. What is a... Okay, so something surged and then blew up. Okay. I was like, what's a pre-explosion? There's a console. Inside the force field could be the origin of it, but the radiation's stopping us from getting closer. Well, so we can examine from safe distance. Seems smart. You can go at extreme risk and just go into the radiation. That seems like a good idea. We can modify a tricorder, which also seems cool. I kind of like examining it from a safe distance, like... Partly because I'm looking at rewards. Like, morale is always good. But it's kind of between these two, but look at that failure rate. So we're gonna do that. So we do have scans. Traces of Federation technology. All right. Whoops. Now, how did that get there? I don't think they knocked any pieces off of us. It tried to install Federation tech. We are unsure why. That's kind of a silly question. Can we transport it out? And not with those levels of nucleonic radiation. All right, so you do a subspace bubble or build an expander. One's quicker and riskier, the other is safer but more resource intensive. I don't know how a subspace bubble helps you. So, I want to go with the subspace bubble because that differs from the show, as I recall, just based on what I'm remembering. But we're not in a hurry. So we have the time and we have the materials to do it. And one being riskier, I don't see... We won't risk lives, no matter how expensive it is. One expander. How did they get their claws on Federation technology? Well, someone on our ship gave it to them. Maybe it happened on the planet from before if technology changed hands. Who could have met him? Tuvok's like, that would be Seska. She took a shortcut to mushrooms. Oh, see, I was picking mushrooms. The Kazon ambushed me. Quite. Suggest interviewing the survivor. And Carrie, look at him speaking up. It does raise serious concerns with Maquis personnel in critical areas. This is about you being passed over for chief engineer, isn't it? Well, way to smooth that over. That is not exactly what I would say call senior officer talk there, especially since he works for her, technically. But if it was, I side with Carrie on this one. He was passed over, and it really did seem kind of wonky. She might be the better engineer. I think she is. But it's just like, No, Taurus, it's about security. Gotcha. Convenient timing, Carrie. Looks like someone wanted to make the Maquis look like perfect scapegoats. Way to smooth things over, Seska. We'll do some proper investigation. Hey, there's the doctor. It's the Kazon. His own blood cells are killing him. He's got to do a complete pyrocyte replacement? Huh. Do you have what it takes? So he's done his research ahead, and it's like, also, Seska, you never did a blood sample. Had a childhood disease, was warned never to donate. Alright, so I got enough donors. Just a sample for general medical purposes. I don't see the point in that. So you can order her to do it now, or you can be like, she'll provide it later. Okay. So he's already got enough donors, so this seems kind of like a moot point. And I don't like how it says appease, right? Because that makes it feels like I'm not in command. But this honestly doesn't seem like the time. Seska's clearly getting agitated. We can deal with this later, because right now we have a solution. Yeah, exactly. We got other stuff. We'll get it done later. Replace the pyrocytes. Oh, isn't this cool? So if we had, they're teasing you now. If we had dealt with the Vidians, or I guess if we had researched it or something, yeah, Vidian stuff would probably do it. Do nothing. I gotta admit, I'm inclined to do nothing, but but we need information. We need answers. Good news, that was easy. Okay, so we got more deuterium out of that whole mess. I guess if we jumped the Vidians first, we would have had the thing. We could have just zapped him with that. Oops. Just try not to clobber the microphone. Okay. Sorry, sometimes I just want to watch Voyager fly around. Here, just like that. Hopefully not into the planet. It might. No, it's gonna miss. All right. So we need to build the thing. We use the workshop for that. 4 cycles. We've got, we're full on tritanium. Absolutely do that. Not so full on this, but we can get duranium. All right, so meanwhile, nothing is happening anywhere. I do like how we opened up another level here, and it makes sense to put the cargo bay down here. And then, are all of my heroes busy doing something? I think they are. Yeah, they're all assigned. Okay. Now then, can we bring this guy online? Oh, it's already fixed. Oh, that's right. I turned it off for some reason. Yeah. Does it take 6 people? Okay. I guess I hadn't thought of that, but you do have a certain number of crew required to maintain things. So for some reason, it takes 6 guys in here to drink the coffee and push these buttons for a parked shuttle. All right. So were we in the process of researching something? As if we weren't, we should do so now. Ooh, what's a cargo bay level 2? For all resources. Okay, well that would be kind of nice. Expanding that. I don't think I need more shuttle spots. Negotiation tactics. Okay, some of these are not exciting. I keep getting inclined to go with combat. Shooting faster seems good. Hull reinforcement. We've got getting everybody super pumped. And rewards after combat. Why am I looking at Borg? We can't do anything there. I don't know. I don't know what I should be doing here. I feel like we clicked on this last time. So we collect 4 extra deuterium each cycle. It's a little amount. It takes a lot to do it. In 15 days. Whereas I feel like we might need some combat stuff pretty quick. But everything takes 15 days. So I'm going to go with the Bassard Collectors. I think that might be a good long-term kind of thing. So the Bassard Collectors, if, well, I guess I was just in the ship, right? Yeah, looking at the map. I think the Bassard Collectors are on top of the warp nacelles here. They're the red things on the front. I'm thinking of that from the Star Trek Insurrection movie. So you can, like, collect gases or something. So every time we fly into an atmosphere, I think that's what you're using. So we're enhancing those dudes. All right, so we are researching the expander. Let's go over to Sakaris. This is the vacation planet. They're rolling out the red carpet. We get to spend days chilling and relaxing with a Vidian interceptor just lurking in the shadows. We can decline politely, or we can grant shore leave. It seems like we should accept. Oh no! Leave such an impression. Few crew members insisted on staying behind. Okay, well. Hey, we solved some of our quarter problems. That's interesting. Well, not everybody is from the Alpha Quadrant, because we took on like 40 people or something. So, that's not the worst outcome. Like, if that's a bad day, I don't feel too bad. Got any trade offer? How do I look at a trade offer? Is it done? Oh, batteries are full. Okay, that's great. How do I look at a trade offer? Do I go here? Okay. So we give them 4 of the dilithium, and we get 400. I might regret that later, but I'm going to do that. Does that take 15 days? Or 16 days, whatever it is? Okay, well, at some point, we just got it on credit. I guess because we deployed the shuttle. Oh, look at that. See? It's actually gone. So this is empty space under here. So you're just relying on a force field. Can we see the underside? No, we can't. Okay, so that one's... They're going to be lucky. All right, and whoops. In here we go to the thing with the stuff. Ugh. Oh, I thought we'd built the blueprint and then you had to build the thing, but I guess you did it all at once. All right. Let's go back there and apply this thing. We're out of food? How are we out of food? Do we not have replicators? What am I missing here? $32 per cycle. And then, okay. That's where we were. What does this mean? Why is that number changing? Oh, how many cycles it takes to deplete deuterium. Oh, no. Okay, that's going to be rough. Emergency rations is a pretty hardcore hit. They don't like it. I think we need to do that. Ugh. I wonder if we need to shut things down. Like emergency quarters. Can we power off the shuttle bay, maybe? It didn't do anything for our power system. So, what if we're using 148 power, so we need to be at level 2. Alright, well, this could be exciting. We might be forced to confront a Vidian interceptor. Let's find out what happens here first. Oh, hey, there's a dude. Two Kazon raiders are approaching and hailing us. Like, hey, what's up? Cullah, first Maj of the Kazon Nistrum. Man, that's hard to get out. What have you done to our ship? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's like, hey, we found it like this, dude. I demand to speak to him. We better not refuse. So it's like, do we want to tell him no dice because, you know, it's our ship? Or do we try not to make any more enemies here? We do want to question him without influence, but I don't really see a problem here. Choice has consequences. Will beam me over. You can recover. I'll take him back to my ship. Well, allow me a moment with him. Cold-blooded act. So we turn away. We give you a moment of privacy for some reason. We turn around. Cullah pulls a small device from the Kazon's neck. So, the old off the dude thing. Like, he's dead. What have you done? I killed him. No, he died, you know? Keep your hands off our ship. Act of war. War, Captain. So, I don't know. Part of me is sitting here thinking a couple of things, right? All right, so you need to... Maybe I need I need other opinions. So it's like... The Kazon are not tactically that impressive. 2 raiders, we've already done it. We've hosed them, even with one of the big carrier ships supporting them. And Cullen is making some really big talk here because it can be an act of war, but you're here right now in front of our ship, and he knows he's outgunned. Like, Voyager is actually relatively powerful in the Delta Quadrant. So it's like, yeah, it might be war, or there might be celebrations after as a new Maj ascends, because Maj Kulla exploded in space. I'm not going to say we would do such a thing, but yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Because it's like, we want our technology, because it's getting distributed, and we got to find out who's doing it. I don't know that the ship is necessary to find that person, but you do run across the real problem of, well, if our technology starts getting out, especially into the hands of the Kazon, maybe they'll find a way to utilize it. I don't know if we know what the technology is in here. It didn't seem like we figured it out. We did see that when they tried to use it, they blew themselves up, so we could let them take the ship, make them happy, or at least make them feel satisfied as bullies, right? Because they're just going to keep doing it, I'll bet. And maybe they'll blow themselves up too, and it'll be like, you know, I warned them, you warned them. I actually don't know what to do. This is why I'm not a captain. Yeah, you click off screen and it's a full screen exclusive, so it pauses. Do we keep it or do we let them take it? I don't like responding to bullies, especially when the phasers on their ship just aren't big enough to hurt me. But I'm intrigued by the idea of trying to get the Kazon to more or less be neutral, or possibly even sort of on our side in this run. Goodness, War, Captain. Screw you, it's ours. That's true. I don't negotiate with murderers. Insert your own murderous Janeway joke here. Hopefully I did that right. I don't know. I'm still kind of wondering. I just didn't like his attitude, honestly. That's really what did it. If he was polite, he's like, Captain, respectfully, you know. If you instead of doing, oh, this will be war right away. It's like, yeah. Like, we just want our stuff. You can have the rest. Like, we gave you time with your guy, and you knifed him. And we just, I mean, we just did all that stuff. We had the prior auth set and everything. We did all the stuff. We did the procedure, and he was just fine. All right, anyway. So we got a whole bunch of engineering stuff, so that's going to be a B'Elanna deal. We're going to have some tactical situations. That's a Tuvok thing. We've also got command, so that's good. And then we're going to want someone who can round everything out. So engineering and tactical, ideally. Which we can't get, but we can get tactical and command. But there's a lot of redundancy here, but it does alternate. So maybe it doesn't matter that much. So Chakotay can bring 2 of these things to the table. Neelix can be a human shield or an alien shield. My goodness, what am I going to do? I am just indecisive. Chakotay it is. Oh, they want survivalist. Oh, wait, we have survivalist. Never mind. It solved the problem for us. What does survivalist do? We don't know. What a weird coincidence. The door is shut. So we can blast it open with phasers, or we can just unlock the stupid thing. I like that. All right, the bridge has been tampered with. Now, who got here? We're gonna investigate the room for tracks? I don't. That's a special thing Chakotay brings to the table as survivalist. I don't know how you're gonna find tracks in a starship, but maybe. So we can look for bioelectric signatures. We can check the room for traps. I kind of think that's a good idea, I'll be perfectly honest, now that that's suggested. But look at that tasty reward there. I feel like they want me to go that way. I hate to play into it, though. Someone else has been here. They noticed a trap next to the force field and disarm it. Oh, well, isn't that cool? He's got 2 for the price of 1. All right, so we use the expanderoo. So the idea is like you expand the force field and then you rotate the force field, which I guess pushes the radiation away. And if I use my mic here, it kind of like moves the technology thing out of the force field. Well, it's fused to the surroundings, so removing it is a pain. Can we just beam the stupid thing out? Okay. We can disassemble the fused connection points. That seems like that's going to take forever. Recover only the important parts, or use a phaser to sever the connection points. I kind of like that idea. Let's cut the stupid thing out. But it's like, are we trying to recover it? Do we need it? Maybe for investigation's sake, like maybe we can find fingerprints or, something on it. But if we just want to keep it out of Kazon hands, I feel like we could have accomplished that just while we're on the radio with Cullen. Let's do that. That seems like a good idea. Slice and dice. Console is freed, not much to look at. That's okay. Like, I highly doubt it's something so important that we can't live without it, 'cause clearly we could. It is indeed from Voyager. What was it supposed to be? Thing was fried. We know it is Voyager technology. We have a traitor on board. Alright, so Tuvok is just going to be unavailable. What a bad time for that. Alright, so Lieutenant Nunez will handle this. A no-nonsense military man. Nunez is always prepared for any contingency. He'll make sure every security protocol is strictly observed, leaving no room for error. Well, it'd be nice if somebody does that around here. So, what a nice change of pace. So he's part of the original crew, so it's a seamless transition. Vigilance is non-negotiable. All right, so we got the Patriot Act guy here. But honestly, you have to be that way. If you're the chief of security on the ship, I mean, it's like the chief security officer at a company. It's like you can't play games. It's like it's gonna be hard, but yeah. Yeah, to that end, it points out something that I remember seeing on DS9. So on Deep Space Nine, when possible, I remember seeing that the security officer and the tactical officer were separate positions. So Worf might be the tactical officer, and then at the time, Eddington would be the security officer, and so they would report in. Worf's like, "Oh yeah, weapons are ready," or whatever, or maybe it was Kira, whoever. It's like, "Yeah, we're ready to fire," and Eddington would be like, yeah, security teams are ready. We've issued phaser rifles. We'll handle any on board. And that makes sense. It's like in a desperate ship-to-ship fight, and it even happens on Voyager several times. It's like, okay, so we're fighting dudes out here. The shields dropped enough to where they were able to beam through, or sometimes just literally punch through and hop in. And then it's like, okay, there's guys running around down there. And for some reason, the Tuvok has to go deal with it personally. And I'm like, well, he's probably your best guy, I suppose, but he's also your other best guy. And you're still fighting the other ships. That's what other security people are for. Like, it's what mooks are for. You know, throw them at the Kazon. Ren is harsh but fair. I don't even think it's harsh. All right, what were we doing? We were waiting until the investigation is complete. All right, well, what are we gonna do till then? Let's go play with the Vidians. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's just a debris field. Sensors have indicated it consists of starships very recently destroyed. I thought there was an interceptor here. Did I misread that? Brisk ambush and thoroughly scan the debris. That's a lot of deuterium. That's a really bad possibility, too. Beam board any stuff before the attackers return. Okay, not bad. And have a shuttle get in there. So I want either sensor array. So yellow seems neutral, right? Every single time, I don't remember what the colors mean. So there's regular green, and then there's bright green, which I think is critical success, maybe? But there's a lower bad chance. Let's risk ambush. Scan it. Okay, so this is a good outcome. Maybe this is the best outcome here. And this is the worst thing that ever happened. So, more deuterium. Okay, so we don't get a fight. It was literally just come get all the stuff. All right, so what do we do in the meantime? Like, do we leave the system? Maybe. And do we have enough food? We do have enough food. We should switch our replicators. Or our food distribution, right? 32 food, so that'll last, you know, all of 2 days. Something like that. And do we jump to another system? I kind of feel like we do. 15 cycles away, 9 away. Let's get out of here. There's nothing else. Too much time. I'm leaving. Out of food. I'm working on it. Premium replicator rations. Oh my god. Restart collectors are done. Sweet. That is great news. So we'll generate some passive stuff. So the crew. Ooh, delicious meals. No, that's not great. Double food rations. No, that's... So these are all about morale. I'm actually trying to get... Oh, you get standard quarters. Okay, that's fine. Was the hydroponics bay here? Okay. So we can increase this. We're not tier 2 over here, but that would give us much more food per cycle, and we can worry less about it. Or can we get greater power output? That's warp core efficiency. It seems like getting to engineering level 3 would let us do those things. There's kind of some good stuff, and there's some stuff that's like, eh. Let's, I don't know how much deuterium to energy we have right now, but let's start upping that because it seems like efficiency might really start to pay off. Here we go. Does it tell us what it is right now? No. Where's it here? Okay. Oh, 1 gives us +5, so it just gives us a 6. Okay, that's not really... That doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Long term, it might be. Ah, Lieutenant Carey. Also, I found an encrypted security code in the file for the replicator materials. That code belongs to Seska. Incompetence or intent? I know what I need to do. Okay. So a traitor's been around here conspiring. Oh wow, they just throw you right into it. So... I have to think. It's like, I know who the traitor is, but I'm trying to play it out, because I'm... So it's like, okay, well, a secret transmission came from Carey's station. But the replicator had Seska's ID attached to it. So it's like, well, which one is it? One of those is easier to fake than the other. The ID seems like that would be difficult to fake without really screwing around. Sending a transmission from someone else's station, that's just like them leaving their keyboard unlocked, right? So, that and my meta-knowledge says Seska. Plus, she's been a real snot, hasn't she? It's like, oh, I was just off by my own, I was just collecting mushrooms. I was jumped by the Kazon, and also, you guys don't have my blood, because I have a super rare thing that says, you can't have your blood on file or anything. Or you can confront Carey, because, it's like, well, Carey's the traitor. He's mad because he was passed over for chief engineer, so he's going to side with these murderers. Seska is the traitor, like, canonically. But it would be super funny if the game orients itself to make Carey the traitor. But I like Carey. Like, he's a straight up guy. Oh no. They didn't give you a whole lot to work with either. And I wonder if that's a result of me not investigating further or something, or maybe we would have gotten different information. I just want to screw with the game. We're gonna pick Carey. What? This is what Seska wants. You're falling into the trap. Yeah, well, you'll all see. All right, Kala. Bygones, right? Carey? Yes, Carey. Yeah, exactly. Well, I've been thinking. A food replicator in exchange for protection, like an alliance. Okay, so we could benefit each other. So again, canonically, Voyager is like, no, we're not trading technology for anything, and protection, huh? That sounds like blackmail, which is what she's saying. But I can't do either one. Shoot. I was like, we should do this, honestly. Because Kala had a point. We are by ourselves. We can find friendly ports, but those are going to dry up really fast, especially if we're having to fight our way through, hundreds of Kazon ships. Politely. Cannot share technology, however. Foolish woman. It's like, whoa. You underestimate them. It's like, I said politely. again, I only have one choice. It's just disguised as, like, lawful good and chaotic evil. Alliances are crucial out here. We can't afford to make enemies. And she's right. Ha, principles. Yeah, look what they got Carrie. He really made a convenient scapegoat. Your leadership is as flawed as your judgment. I'll do what's necessary. Execute command XJL. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. Bam. So she smirks and teleports away, revealing her treachery. Okay, so the choice had consequences, and I'm sure Carrie's gonna feel really bad about that. She almost looks like she's sad that she's leaving. Now, Seska was a really snotty person in the show. She is getting away. Can we override the transport in progress? I can't. Security lockouts in place. Okay. We don't have a huge amount of time left. This annoyed me almost the most out of anything in Voyager. Is poor Harry Kim. He is the bridge officer for the operations station. He runs everything. And he's really good at his job too. Like, he's not incompetent. But for some reason, every time it matters, he has like reverse plot armor. He has like a plot bullseye. Usually literally too. So many episodes he gets screwed. But he should absolutely be able to override a security lockout. But every single time it's like, they bypass security. I'm like, how did they bypass security? You bypassed the bypass. I guess, where is she going? Probably the only other place. Let's fight to stop Seska. We are massively outnumbered, even with our superior technology. Are we? Fight anyway. And I like a challenge. I'm sure you do. Okay. So we got 100. They slightly overpower us in total, but use cloaking. All right, so what do we get? We get rousing speech. Psh. Instant shield recharge sounds very nice. Dodges enemy fire. I think that's what's going to do it. Increased damage, rousing speech, maybe? Resets the cooldowns of the other hero's combat abilities to 4 seconds and a 30-second cooldown. That actually might be nice. Does it tell me what the cooldown rate is? No. Oh, 26 there. And Belana just instantly recharges shields, I suppose. I think that might work. What's the Maquis maneuver? Increases rotation speed and boosts weapon damage output. That sounds nice. Okay, so I like this. So it's always nice having a cooldown reset. And then dodging enemy attacks should work.
What are your orders,
right.
Captain?
All right, so we got 3 losers here. Let's take out the little dudes. We can't ignore the big one, but I think we can dodge. Flee combat instant. Surrender. Yeah, let's surrender. All right, let's go full offense on...
Moving to attack the front, Captain.
Full speed ahead, right?
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Do a little bit of dodgeroo. Haha, you missed.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
There we go. Oh, get back in range. How do we switch? Oh, did I pause? I did pause.
An enemy is surrendered, Captain.
An enemy is surrendered? Okay, well... It'd be funny to finish them off. That's the Starfleet way.
Ability ready, Captain.
Alright, so now...
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
That's what you get, dude. Bam. You and your stupid scout ship. Bam.
An enemy is surrendered, Captain.
All right, so let's take this dude on.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
It's weird just hosing these dudes. Yeah, we are still working on weapons, but somehow hitting shields only. But that's okay. Boom. So, we took some damage, but Kazon Raiders have been defeated. Seska escaped. Darn it. They'll seek vengeance. We should be prepared. We got their number. First, I gotta go do a mea culpa. I owe you an apology. You accused me of treason. That's another burden you'll have to carry, isn't Janeway? Yeah, I didn't make that. Okay. Congratulations. So it is main mission, yeah. Cool. So hey, look at us. We made a total mess of that. What are you gonna do? We've auto-saved. That's enough for now. Alright, so yeah, we knew what we were getting into there. Like, internally, I'm not entirely satisfied with that. I feel like we could have done better. But it might also be such that, because it's a main story mission, I don't even know why they gave you choices. I mean, it's the illusion of choice, right? You have to have Seska be the traitor. Kulla's gonna have to get away. Because, you know, the rest of the season depends on it. But that's okay. I am interested to find out at some point if we can make the Kazon kind of be allies, or at least be neutral to us. That would help us a lot, and that would have helped them a lot in the show. You could argue that's not Starfleet values, but Seska's point as a Maquis, and some other stuff that'll be revealed later, I suppose, was that you know, you're not in the Alpha Quadrant. You're not in Federation space. You're in the middle of nowhere. You may never see home again. And so you're clinging to values for people that are 70 years away. It's the same premise that the Maquis had. They're like, yeah, it's really easy to be a saint in paradise, you know, when you're on Earth. Out here in the DMZ, dealing with the Cardassians and stuff, it's just people trying to make their living. So I think it would do us well to have that mentality going forward. If Voyager is going to make it back within somebody's lifetime or at all. So the rest of the time, well, I think we'll just have fun. It's kind of fun tweaking the system a bit and seeing what trouble we can get into. So even though it's not ideal, sometimes that's going to have to do. Anyway, join us again on Thursday for Epic Thursday. We got 3 games coming up, and I think they are going to be a treat. We'll see you then.